Hey guys, this is Sabrina the Dreamer, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my vlog from when I went to Spain and Portugal. I went to Barcelona on my own for a couple days, met up with a friend from last semester. Then I went to a tour that took me from Madrid to Porto, Lisbon, a bunch of other places in Portugal, back to Madrid. Then I had a day there on my own. So let's get right into the video. Okay guys, we have just arrived in Bordeaux and I'm gonna look for a bakery or something for some food and just slowly make my way over to the area where I'm catching the bus. First allergy attack of the trip already happened. I was lost. The address they gave me was not where the bus was, so I started walking around nervous and then I literally just saw the bus and it was the right one. Made it on. Miracle in Bordeaux. Guys, we are in Spain. We just stopped for a quick rest stop. Not much to see, but we got some hills in the background. The sun is setting. We'll be in Barcelona in about an hour. Guys, we just made it to Barcelona and I'm leaving the bus station, walking to my hostel right now. I'm just gonna chill there for tonight. Yo, guys, we got the Spanish Arc de Triomphe. Good morning, guys. We are in the metro right now. I'm heading to meet up with a tour to see the Sagrada Familia famous cathedral. I feel so European and particularly French when my breakfast is just croissant and juice on the go. Okay guys, so I've just joined up with the tour group and we are here at the front of the Sagrada Familia, and yeah, I'll film when we go inside or if there's anything super special, but basically he was saying that the architect was very inspired by nature and organic things, so yeah. Diorama. All of the statues are just so detailed and there's so many of them. Okay guys, we just came inside and it's so like modern in here. It's so beautiful. So basically what the guide was saying was that this side represents like Jesus' birth and stuff, so it's like the happy side, it's like more green and blue, and this side is like his crucifixion and like death, so it's more red and sort of like for blood and like sad. So this stuff is not by Gaudi, it's by the next generation, so it's all like very blocky. Yo, how crazy is this? The square, if you add the numbers up either way, they all make 33, like the year Jesus supposedly died. A lot of the time they said they'd have real models for the sculptures. And this is what they imagine the finished church will look like. So we just have a bit of time before we go in the towers, but because it's all natural and there are even like little insects and lizards and stuff. So I wanted to come back and tell you guys this story the guide told us. So there's a legend about like a dragon and a princess, and this is supposedly the guy that saved the princess, and the balconies are supposed to look kind of like a dragon's body, and there's like flowers underneath, because those are also really important to the story. Alright, we are inside one of the towers right now. We got a view of Barcelona here, and this is how high up we are, all the people down there. So you can see some of the architecture from a little bit closer up here. Very, very cool, very like rounded. I really like it. So this is the unfinished Jesus Tower, and over here we have a statue of the golden Jesus on the bridge that we are on. Okay, and we have to walk down the stairs for the way down. There's so many of them and it's quite dark, but we got this crazy spiral staircase here. Alright, we're back outside. Here is a farther away view of this side. And now this side. This side is the one that Gaudi didn't do, so it's a bit more modern. I feel like this is the one you always see in like the TikToks, because it's also a famous sort of like Gothic cathedral. Okay, there's like a giant presentation going on right now. I don't really know what for, but... Alright, I just went back to my hostel and had a quick power nap. And now I'm heading to meet with one of my friends from last semester actually, who lives in Barcelona. I'm just gonna stop for some super cheap tacos my friend told me about. You can get them for like €1 each. Alright, I'm here and there was quite a big line, but I managed to make it through. Alright, I just met up with my friend now and we are driving to the beach about like 20 minutes from Barcelona. Guys, we made it to the beach. It's pretty windy, but yeah, I think it's like, it's not freezing. It's not like hot, but it looks really nice. I'm really happy. We got the tacos now. Alright, I'm down by the water now. It's pretty cold though. Oh, so I don't think I'm gonna go in. Okay, this is it. We're starting to Okay, my friend dropped me back in Barcelona and here we are in front of the Christopher Columbus statue. She also told me that there is this really famous hotel, the W Hotel. I think you guys can see it just like through there. It looks like it has like a private beach and like, wait, what the heck? I just noticed these like gondolas. Are you seeing this? Chat, are you seeing this right now? It's probably something famous. I have no idea what it is. I don't think this is the same thing, but on the map it was looking like this said Place de Carbonera, but spelt differently. I guess this is a really like North American perspective, but I just feel like everywhere I go, I feel like it looks like somewhere I've been in North America. Like, yeah, I was joking about how like Florence and like places in Italy looked like Las Vegas because of like the casinos, but also just like I'm seeing like palm trees and like beaches here and I'm like, oh, it looks like California. Or like I could not fathom when I realized that Spanish was actually like OG spoken in Spain. I was like, no, the real Spanish speakers live in Mexico. And it's just like, I don't know, I guess I'm just, that's like a very North American perspective. The Taco Bell calls me. We don't have it in France, but I'm gonna be home in 1 more month, so I can wait till then. Okay, I just got gelato at this place that's been recommended to me, and look at this insanity, like, oh my gosh. It is super rainy this morning. I managed to meet up with my tour of Park Well. We're just inside right now for a little bit. Hardly managed to find them. Thought I was gonna have to go on my own, but we made it. Alright, we have a bit of a view of Barcelona from up here. Of course, it's kind of foggy and rainy, but also, yeah, sorry, I don't think I can film much because it's just soaking wet. Okay, so we're just looking there with the benches. They're made of like all these other little materials, like different tiles here. It also said it's like fit perfectly for the human body. We're in the under part now, and he's pointing out these medallions of the sun. He said there's one for each season. Here we have the salamanders here. Okay, so apparently this house was sort of modeled to look a little bit like the house from Hansel and Gretel, or like kind of based off the story. So there's like little kind of looks like candies. The windows are supposed to look like chocolate bars, and on the top there's like mushrooms because they're famous in Catalonia. And the white dots on the mushroom are apparently inverted coffee cups because Anthony Gaudi gave up drinking coffee. Alright, so I'm just leaving the park. They actually said I could come with them to Sagrada Familia because apparently they're also going there, but I was like, I already went yesterday, so anyways, it is still really raining, so I'm just gonna leave and find somewhere to go inside. I got into a restaurant. We're trying some chicken paella. Actually, it had to be a bit of a Karen because they were making me wait for a long time. I feel kind of bad about that, but we got it now. Guys, I had to go back to the gelato place. I don't know why he put it like this, but it just looks so good. And I tried the gourmet cone with the chocolate dip. So we're at the Basilica de Santa Maria del Mar. Not sure if you can go in, but I just thought I'd come and see it. Okay, I was just wandering around and it says this museum's only free on like Sundays, but I just walked right in. So they have some ruins and a bit of stuff about the history of Barcelona. Alright, we are at the Barcelona Cathedral. I need to buy tickets to go in, and I don't have time, so... But it does look very cool. Okay guys, we just arrived in Madrid. There are these statues of babies' heads right here for some reason. And I'm just gonna head to my hostel. Alright, good morning guys. It is about 6:30 in the morning and I am now taking the metro in Madrid. I just left my hostel and I have to meet up with a tour that's going to be taking me for the rest of the trip. Low-key, I don't know what's going on, but I think it's going to work out. I went to the hotel to check in for the tour and they didn't have my name and they were like, oh, you're super early, it's not departing until 1 p.m. I had no idea what it was going on. Then the tour guide from the tour company shows up and she was like, oh, they don't have your name there because it's just for the hotel guests. So that was right. And then she said like, oh, you're gonna be with the other tour guide because they do it like in Spanish and English. And now apparently, I think just for today, basically I'm like the only English speaking person, so I'm getting like a private tour for today. I don't even know where we're going, but it's right. I hope it's right. Okay, we have made a quick stop in Avila and we're here at this 4-post thing and we have a cool view of the old city walls. I think it was built on potentially like a Roman site. So yeah. Okay, we are in a small town near the Portuguese border. I believe it's called Ciudad Rodrigo, something like that. And we're at this cool viewpoint here. It is quite windy and a bit rainy. Unfortunately, I did not put my coat with the stuff I'm gonna have for the day, so it's kind of cold. Alright guys, we made a super late lunch stop. I got some pork shank, I believe it is. Looks really good. And look at, even in Portugal, they're still talking about Trump. Alright, we just arrived in Porto. It was literally just dumping rain like 2 seconds ago and now it's sunny. We'll see how long it lasts. This is sort of like a weather pattern in Southern Europe, although I guess we're not actually really in Southern Europe right now. I guess we are. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna go on a small boat. Alright guys, we are at like a wine tasting thing right now, so we'll see how this works out for me. Apparently it's very sweet though. You know, it could be worse. Alright, so it's pretty windy up here. Not too bad for me anyways, but I just climbed up to this large bridge, very high up. The metro actually goes over here. But yeah, it's just overlooking the river and 2 parts of the towns. Alright, I just got like a watermelon slushie. I had to stand in line for like 10 minutes, bro. I don't know why they're taking so long, but gotta rush back to the bus now. Okay, so I'm at my hotel now. I'm sharing a room with another girl, so I don't really know how much I'll be able to vlog in the hotel rooms. I don't know for how many nights we'll be sharing or what, but anyways, I'm gonna put my stuff in and see if I can go out and find some food. Alright, so I wanted to try some traditional Portuguese food. The tour guide recommended is called francesinha. I'm not sure what it is. It looks like cheese, some meat. I think this is gravy you put on it. I waited in kind of a long line, so I decided to just get takeout. Yo guys, they got donuts for breakfast. I always like to snag a bit extra for the road because, hey, we're paying for it. Okay, so don't mind the birds, but I've joined basically like another tour group, same company obviously, that has more English speakers, but I think a lot of them are ending in Lisbon, so the tour guide told me I'm the only one coming back with him to Madrid. I don't know, I remember when I did this same company tour in December, there was a lot of people like coming and going, so I think basically like you just switch groups based on where you're going, but there's more English speakers, so it works out. But yeah, anyways, right now we are in Braga, and there's just a cathedral here. So here's the cathedral, but apparently they like to keep it super native and local, so we can't go in. The guide also said something about Galatia, and I got all excited thinking it was like Galatia from the Bible, only to ask him and search it up, and it's a completely different Galatia, spelled with a C instead of a T, and now I just look dumb. So this little train is powered by water, I believe. And when this one goes up, it's being pulled by the one that's coming down. So we are now at Bom Jesus. I'm gonna get a better view of everything once I go down the stairs here. But we have this main sort of chapel here, or actually I think these two chapels, I'll go into both of them. This one's supposed to represent the crucifixion and this one the resurrection. And then we have this one sort of like cathedral in the middle. So I'm gonna go in and show you guys each of those. Okay, so we actually can't go inside, but this is the first one. This is the inside of the other one. It doesn't look like the resurrection, but maybe they're just supposed to represent them from the outside. So I think I got it wrong, and these two chapels on the stairs are actually the crucifixion and resurrection one. So this is the inside of the crucifixion one. Okay, maybe not, because that one is like the Falls Chapel. The bells up there are ringing. Here we have a better view of the staircase. And I also realized each of those statues is like one of the prophets. So for example, like this one over there says Moses. This one is Jeremiah. Okay, so we are now at, I'm not really sure how to say it, Guimarães, something like that. We have a castle here, but you have to pay to go in, so I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. Alright, there's a church here with the bells ringing clearly. We found a free washroom! We gotta get lunch from the place, but, you know, a win is a win. Alright, so we got these things. Chocolate, beef, and olive, I believe. I think they're called empanadas.
This is when the grape changes color and starts to ripen and accumulating sugar.
Okay, we're now in Pinhao, I believe, and we are going on a boat on the river, going by a bunch of wine yards. Alright guys, we got dinner at the hotel. This is the dessert stuff. We got a bunch of dinner stuff here. Good morning. We are now in the town of Coimbra, and this is a very old Portuguese university. It was apparently built in the 11th century in Lisbon and now has been brought here in 1529. And if you can see, apparently the uniforms here were partly an inspiration for Harry Potter, because they're literally wearing like cloaks and ties and stuff, which is like super cool. I used to only like wish that we could have those when I was in like middle school, of course. Here we have the botanical gardens of the university. Here we have the medieval aqueducts here from about the 13th, 14th century, I believe. Going all the way down if you could see them. We are in the new cathedral, which was built around the 14th, 15th century, I believe. So it's really not new, but it's very beautiful. Okay, so this is the old cathedral, and as you can see, there's a big difference between the building and the entrance. It's because when the Moors ruled Spain, they built this, and then when the reconquest of Spain happened, they used the building, but they just put like a new sort of like Christianized entrance. But you can still see the dome there, which is sort of reminiscent of the ceramics of like the Arab world at that time. We have just arrived in Batala, I believe, and this is a monastery, and we're gonna go to an unfinished part as well, and yeah. Alright, we are inside a particular part now. Okay, I think this is the Cloister of Alfonso, I believe it was called. Alright, so now we are in the unfinished chapels. No roof. So this is a view from the front. Alright, it is sunny now. It's still quite windy, but we have just arrived in Nazaré, and look at the beach and the ocean. And this open ocean really does go all the way over to North America. We just came up the funicular, which is actually right there, and look at the view. We have the city and the beach and the ocean. It is so beautiful. I want to go swimming so bad. I don't have stuff. We are at the church now, and I'm gonna go in. Okay, so we are looking down at Porto, I believe, which apparently has some of the biggest waves in the world. Doesn't really look like it right now, but oh my gosh, guys, are you seeing this? Like, this is literally a dream come true. Just look at the open ocean. If this was an actual dream, I would jump off of that cliff and dive into the ocean and like fly. Guys, they're trying to tell me it's unsafe to swim in here, and it's like the biggest waves in the world and like a strong current. There's literally surfers right there. I don't know, man. I don't see many other people out there, but it's like I have seen waves 10 times bigger and swam in them in Hawaii. So I don't buy it, but I don't know. Now they're making me overthink, and maybe the current is strong, so maybe it's not worth it to go buy stuff to swim just for that. Took my socks and shoes off so I could at least walk in the ocean, but man, and there's actually people swimming over here. Being here, not sure if I can swim without the time and the stuff to do so, is like being at the arena 21 Pilots is playing at without a ticket. We have just arrived in Obidos, and there is a chapel here I'm going to go into. So we are here by the edge of the walls of the city. Over there is the other side, so this is the inside. If we go over here, we have a view out there. Just sitting outside of the city walls now, and I'm having bacala, traditional Portuguese food. I believe it was from the last city we were in. They didn't give me a fork and knife, so the guide got some for me, so I'm eating it now. So it's like cod, and then I got one with cream cheese. It's actually pretty good. Dog, I couldn't even eat half of it. Just out by the parking lot, and you can see the cross up there, and then all of those small chapels, and you know what? It might be graves. And here is a much closer shot of the aqueducts. Okay, we just arrived in Lisbon. I'm in my hotel now. My roommate has left. She's going home now. My room does say it's for 2 people, and there's 2 beds. No one else is here yet. I don't know if some people from another group for tomorrow are gonna come in, but I guess we'll find out. I'm gonna try and shower quickly in case somebody does come. Alright, since I haven't shown you guys any breakfast, this is like an example. They have so much like pastry things. There's literally like a churro here today. And I think that's chocolate mousse, but you know, you gotta try everything, and yeah. It is such a beautiful day, and it's gonna be warm, so I'm wearing a nice skirt, and feeling happy. I actually did have the room to myself last night. Probably the same tonight, although I know we're joining up with another group, so I'm not 100% sure. But yeah.
Is a equestrian statue of a Portuguese king from the 1400s. He's named John I. That statue in bronze of a prime minister.
The tile artistry of the city here is so pretty. Okay, so we have finally gotten out of the bus from the city tour, and here we can see this bridge, and apparently that's a replica of the like Christ the Redeemer statue from Brazil, all the way over there. Can't really see it super well, but and then we have this cool building over there. And there's a lot of people walking around trying to sell bracelets right now. And you know what? This is the one time in my life where I feel like they're actually kind of pretty though. Okay, so we have stopped again to see this monument. There are 32 statues in total, 16 on each side, and it was built in 1960 to commemorate 500 years of something with Henry the Navigator, I believe. So we have a map here of all the former Portuguese colonies and the dates. Here's a better view of the monument. You can see the statues a little bit better. So the bus broke down, so we're waiting for another one to come in like 30 minutes, so I'm just gonna walk around the area until then.
Hace así un calorcito simpático. No es que esté a mucho calor, ¿verdad? Joins the Atlantic Ocean. Allí marca donde termina el río. Curioso.
Okay, so this is apparently a very famous hotel. They're saying like James Bond or something. I don't know. Okay, we have stopped in Cascais, I believe it is. There's a seagull here, beautiful beach. But yeah, I think we're gonna have lunch here. Alright, we're having lunch here. I'm gonna try the sardines because it seems to be a big thing here. And I got green wine. I expected it to actually be green. I'm very disappointed. Dog, I did not expect them to bring out the whole fish. Am I supposed to eat all of it? I hope they took the eyes out. I don't know anything about wine, but that glass was definitely like 2 glasses, so I left with like a third of it at least, because I'm so terrified of being drunk. We have the westernmost point of Europe over there. This is where the land ends and the sea begins. Okay, we have just arrived in Sintra. Here is a cool view. We have like a castle up there on the hill. Okay guys, I'm trying ginginha. It's like a cherry liquor in a chocolate cup. I took the tiniest sip and I definitely felt it. One thing that is super cool here that they keep mentioning in all of Spain and Portugal, but in this area as well, is you can really see the architectural and artistic influence of the Islamic Empire from when it was ruled by the Moors, like just the shapes and the tiles. It's all really cool and all over Portugal and Spain a little bit too. And they were even mentioning there's like over 5,000 words in Spanish and Portuguese that come from Arabic words. It's really giving like everything is always connected, you know? Alright, wanted some frozen yogurt. They only had chocolate, but they got strawberries and they have this Pillow of Sintra thing. Okay, we have the Lisboa sign, and this is kind of like a archway here. Guys, one of those like TikTok interviewers just came up to me, showed me the flag of Nepal and asked if I could guess which country it was. I got it right, but now I'm like second guessing every other answer because he asked me some other questions about Nepal, and I told him he could post it, and I'm probably never going to be able to find it, but now I'm scared that I said something stupid. Like 10 minutes later, I realized that I said Buddhism started around Nepal, and I now remember it started in India, but that's close to Nepal. Also, last night I realized I literally have a deck in this room, so I'm gonna sit and eat out here. Good morning, guys. So we have joined up with another group now. Just the tour guide is now just speaking English just to me, just for the way back to Madrid. So right now we have stopped in Estromos. So this is apparently the pillar where the king would like tie people and they would throw like rotten fruit and stuff at them to embarrass and punish them. Okay, so we are up here and you can see here, and there is obviously the older structure. Okay, so we really don't have much time, but I just came up to the castle area and I am trying to walk back down in time. I'm just leaving from out here. I think we're gonna be okay, hopefully. The other cool thing about this town is there's a lot of marble stuff, which was also brought from when it was ruled by the Arabs. So like a lot of the buildings, foundations are all marble, the streets are marble. Super cool. Like this whole cross here is made of marble. Okay, we are now in Casares, and he said that it's a mix of Roman and Arabic architecture, and on the inside it's supposed to be medieval. I'm not sure if things are just closed today, but it doesn't really look like there's anywhere I can actually go inside, but the outside is cool. Okay, we are trying the Iberian ham for lunch. Okay, I'm heading back now, but oh my gosh, my allergies are some of the worst I've ever seen them this afternoon. I'm literally like breathing through a napkin. I'm completely immune to the medication I am now. Alright, so we are in Madrid now. It's very pretty, and I'm just going to a supermarket to buy some food for tonight, and then we have the whole day tomorrow to do stuff in the city. So I just got a easy dinner from the grocery store. I wanted something I could just eat in the hotel room. I have this like pizza type thing. I have no idea what this is, but I wanted to try it. Orange because I was craving fruit, and this like detox juice because it looked good, and it's giving that one girl who does mukbangs with like 4 burgers from In-N-Out and then drinks water, Diet Coke, and says it's gonna cancel out all the calories. But anyways, this was only like €3 something cents, which is even cheaper than you'd find it for in like France or Italy. But I'm telling you guys, this is the ultimate budget trip vacation food hack. I learned it from my friends on our Italy and Switzerland trip. It's just so cheap, and you can get like genuine food like fruits and stuff. I can't resist eating in bed. I'm like Marilyn Monroe that way. Alright, final breakfast buffet. They literally had a chocolate sauce dispenser. Me hyping myself up to go take more of the breakfast buffet even though I'm full because I'm paying for it and they have amazing stuff. It did say not to take food out of the room, but I managed to snag it just because you can't just not take extra donuts. And it's nice to have a fruit during the day in case you get hungry and want something decent. I had yogurt at the end because I felt like I needed to freshen it up, you know, cancel out all the calories. Alright guys, we are about to check out of the hotel room, checking out of the last super nice hotel room that the tour gave us, and we are going into Madrid for the day. So I took the bus into the city center and we're now at Puerta del Sol, which is like the main plaza. So I'm going to explore some things that the tour guide told me about yesterday. So this is the kilometer zero sign where they count everything else in Spain from, I believe is what it is. Okay, the tour guide kept going on and on about how this is like supposedly the biggest Zara in the world or something like that because it's like 3 or 4 floors. I don't really know why I would care about that. I don't think I've ever shopped here before, but apparently everyone wants to come here. I'm always shocked when I find something in those stores that I actually kind of like. It's always exclaimed with shock, like, oh, that's actually kind of cute, but it's usually followed up with, but I would never wear it. Anyways, I feel like Zara is one of those stores that's on like a boycott list for like fast fashion and exploitation and stuff anyways. Like, dog, this is actually like really cute, but I would never see myself wearing it. It's like, would I ever wear that in real life? No. Okay, so we came to Primark, which my guide also told me about. Obviously, it's a very cool looking store, but I think it's another fast fashion store. Like, this is so cute, but I feel like I really want to start wearing more like dresses and like stereotypically like feminine shirts and stuff, because, you know, growing up it's like, you know, because of internalized misogyny and like not feeling like you're not going to be respected by wearing it, I always sort of like avoided it. But also like I guess I just kind of felt like, well, I'm not going to look pretty in it. Like, I don't have the body type, I don't have the face, I don't have whatever, so like I convinced myself, well, I don't want to wear it anyways, you know. But now it's like I want to feel pretty like that sometimes, but every time I see something like that, it's just like I can never see myself actually wearing it, or there's always something wrong with it. Like, it's pretty, but oh, it's too revealing, so I wouldn't feel comfortable wearing it. Like, oh. We are at the Royal Palace of Madrid on the guided tour here, and it's so pretty. We're gonna go in. It has started raining though, so good thing I brought my umbrella. Inside the palace now. This is actually a painting, not a picture, and the artist did it over 20 years. This is the banquet hall, and it's still used today for like dinners with other countries' leaders. Okay, here we have this crown, but apparently it's actually silver, and the king never wears it. It's more like just a symbol, but it's still cool. So this is the throne room. But I think what's really cool is this up here, like, it's like comes out from the ceiling, so it almost looks 3D, and they have that all throughout the palace, like the carvings and stuff. Okay, so we are just walking along part of a very big park in Madrid. I'm not sure if I can get in or not, but it is nice. Finally found the entrance, and here's the fountain that the guide was telling me about. And yeah, it's a nice view here. I found the bar that the tour guide recommended, where you literally just pay for the drink and then they give you free like tapas and stuff. It's mostly just bread and stuff, but it was like $4.50 for this. Guys, I've really wanted to try the super rich European chocolate, and specifically the Spanish one. We got the super rich hot chocolate, and it comes with churros. I had to wait in a line, but it honestly wasn't too bad, and I wanted to try from the super authentic, apparently this one is the best, Saint-Jean's or something. Okay, apparently this is like the best pastry shop here. It's very busy, obviously, but some of their stuff looks really good. Okay, I'm not gonna get anything from there because it's like super busy and I'm full right now, so. Passing by the theaters for like Broadway musicals. Oh my gosh, there's Wicked as well. I didn't even see that. Also, so I have a bit of extra time I don't really know what to do with, so I decided to just walk back to the hotel because would you rather pay to take a bus and have to walk for 30 minutes or just walk with music for 45 minutes for free? I know what I'd pick. Alright, I just came back to grab my bag and change, and now we are heading off to the bus station. I just paid 150 euros instead of 4 because I still had my metro card from when I used it to take the metro to meet the tour before we left from Madrid. Okay guys, we just took the metro and we're supposedly basically right at the bus station and we have lots of time, so that's good. Okay, we have just arrived in Bordeaux. A little bit later, but that's okay. And I'm gonna wait in the station until my train. Alright, we just arrived at the train station, just made it up from Cullen, and now I have to take the bus because it's the far train station. So that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you didn't notice, I'm literally filming this in the bathroom of a hotel room because I am about to go home to Canada tomorrow. So I have my vlog from my south of France and going home trip coming soon, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!